How about them?
How about them Seahawks?
How about them?
You know, my buddy Jimbo sent me this song. It's I don't even know the name of his buddy's band, but he says his buddy Steve and his band, Good For You. Maybe that's the name of the band. How about them Seahawks?
How about them Seahawks?
Man, oh man. Well, hello everybody. It's Thursday afternoon. How about them Seahawks? Holy smokes, you're watching the Big Sports Lo Down. I am Big Lo. My sidekick, Mr. Mark Miller.
Hola.
Woo!
Another day, another win.
Another lambasting, man.
Exactly. It's getting to be pretty nice. It's getting to be enjoyable. It's getting to be a normal deal.
You know, I've been getting blown up by all kinds of different stuff this week, but one of the most impressive things that I have read this week was this neat little post. And this is, wow, let's see. This is April 29th, 2012. With the 2012 NFL Draft over and done, it's time to look back on the teams that failed on draft day and give them a grade. Certain teams had amazing afternoons, but other teams, I'm looking at you, Seattle, had major problems, completely missed on the concept of trying to improve. Bleacher Report.
Enough said. Enough said. That is the bathroom wall graffiti of sports writing. Sports writing.
You know, there's a lot of stuff on Bleacher Report that I really, really dig. But looking back on that, Softy posted this out there today on Twitter, and then I got bombarded by people saying, Big Lo, look at this, look at this, look at this. Well, if you go back in the old show archives, you kind of looked at my draft report, and you kind of think, I kind of like that. I liked what we got. I was a big Kuechly guy. I wanted Luke Kuechly, but I like Russell Wilson.
I mean, that draft was amazing. It's going to come back. I mean, if you redraft right now and give them grades, they got an A+. They got the best grade in the draft.
They gave us an F, called us like the worst team in the NFL as far as the draft went. Bobby Wagner.
Bobby Wags.
Russell Wilson.
Great pick.
We got some guys out there that are going to be phenomenal in the future. We got a Winston guy.
Mm-hmm.
We got, good golly, we got a talented group of young guys. And I'm looking at this draft and looking at all this past stuff and saying to myself, we did pretty dang good for all those naysayers out there that were just mocking us and saying how terrible of a draft it was. I got a buddy out there, I won't say your name, Ryan, but he was a little ticked off at what we did. But, you know, I mean, he's one of those guys that won't watch my show. But I kind of laid into him about what he said about our draft picks and stuff. And, you know, I think he kind of got the message now, because we're looking at this team that is playing this weekend. Everything just kind of keeps going in the Seahawks' direction. Have you noticed that lately?
They're getting all the bounces.
The only bounce that didn't go our way was the 49ers beating up the Patriots.
True.
I mean,
other than that, I've never seen a Seahawks team get this many good things happen to it. This many things going right at once. You know, it's never happened before. It's kind of interesting to watch. I'm not used to it.
Oh yeah.
We'll see how it works.
The big news of the day: Mr. Richard Sherman acquitted of all charges. If the cup, how would you say this one? If the cup drips, you must acquit?
That works for me. That works for me. All I've been saying all day is, hey, Goodell, you mad, bro?
Oh, boy. I thought for sure something was going to happen. I thought for sure we were going to have some kind of, I better knock on wood here. Okay. We haven't heard a big fine come down on Cam.
Nope.
Did you think after that hit? Yeah, of course, that's how we see it, but we're the Hawk fans. But, once again, you're looking at that hit, and you're looking at the flags getting thrown, and you're wondering why in the heck, how was he defenseless when he's looking right at Cam Chancellor coming at him like a freight train going, oh! His eyes must have been big as silver dollars.
Eric Davis and Ted Robinson were doing the 49er broadcast, and they even said that was a bullcrap call. The same thing happened to Golston. They said that the week before the same thing happened to Golston. We'll see what happens. It was a clean hit. Both of them were clean hits. So, I mean, if they're saying that it was a clean hit, then hey, I'll take it. You know.
I wonder what Harbaugh's saying.
Harbaugh's saying, wow, wow, wow. Honk, honk, honk. You mad, bro?
Oh man, is that like the Seahawks quote of the century? You mad, bro?
That'll be like the epitaph for this season. 20 years from now, we'll be the "You Mad Bro" Seahawks that won the Super Bowl.
Oh my goodness gracious!
I mean, they got the bickering Bills. We could be the "You Mad Bros."
The bickering Bills. I've not heard that one.
You didn't hear about that? The old Buffalo Bills when they were going to 4 Super Bowls because they all hated each other.
That was
they were the bickering Bills.
That's hilarious, man. That's hilarious. Anybody see this neat little Russell Wilson ball? Yeah, you can win that. We don't know how yet. We haven't quite figured out a way to do a winner, but it's like last week we tried getting a 10th caller, or was it the 12th caller? Heck, I don't even remember. All I know is we didn't even get a caller. What's going on here?
Phone lines, baby. You gotta call it technical difficulties.
If you want to call the show, you're more than welcome to. We're going to give some phone calls a chance today. We don't have Corinne in the control room. All we've got is Zan. Zan's the one-man machine today. So he's kind of like taking the calls and running the videos and changing the soundtracks and making sure we're loud enough, making sure you're loud enough. And,
he's a Mr. Everything.
We got Alan here, and that's kind of cool studio guest.
Studio audience, exactly.
Studio audience. God, we went from like 20 people in here last week to 1. Must be the holiday season.
Exactly. Everybody's hanging out.
But if you want to call the show, 646-716-4481. That is the number. Once again, 646-716-4481. Give us a call if you want to talk Hawks, you want to talk Mariners. Mariners did a good thing, I think, this week, but boy, there are a lot of people beating that up too. So we'll talk about that a little later. Talk about hockey a little later, or no hockey a little bit later.
There's not really much hockey to talk about.
There's a whole lot of news going on in the world of hockey, let me tell you.
They canceled some games. I mean, that's
hockey news? Absolute silence.
Nothing. Crickets.
Nothing came through.
Crickets. Crickets.
But Richard Sherman, kind of the talk of the day, I would say.
That's the only thing anybody's talking about right now.
His tweet this morning was, "I won."
That's all you need to hear. That's all you need to hear.
Yeah, just seeing that in itself was beautiful, and I'm really digging that. I'm really digging the fact that we, like I said, things are going our way. Started all with the catch against Green Bay, and it just kind of has snowballed since. Everything just seems to bounce in our direction. This is 2012, the year of the 12s. Could it be? I mean, you don't want to jinx something like this. It's like when a guy's got a perfect game going into the 7th inning, you don't want to say anything. Into the 8th, you don't want to say anything. But this is our perfect game.
True. I said we're not losing until next preseason. I said that. I will say it.
I'm glad you said it.
I'll keep saying it.
Because I'll back you up on it.
Said it after the Bears game. We'll keep saying it, until we win in New Orleans, that big trophy in the Roman numeral game.
Man, oh man, the Roman numeral game.
This team is... Here's a question. Which team would you rather have? The 2005 team at this point in the season or this team right now? Which team to you is better? There's a different record. It's a different group of guys. It's true.
There's, 2 guys left on this team? Leroy Hill and Marcus Trufant?
Yep.
And in comparison, you can't really compare something like that. We went to the Super Bowl that year.
True.
We're going to the Super Bowl this year.
True.
We're going to win it this year.
True.
I
like this team better.
It's a tough comparison.
I like this team better for one reason. This team is built to win multiple Super Bowls. That team was getting kind of old. You saw it the next year.
Right.
This team could go on a run in the next 10 years, win 4 or 5 Super Bowls in that time period. This team is that good. That team was a good team, but they weren't built. They were battle tested, but they weren't built for the long run. This team, I really believe, is built for a long, long run atop the NFC.
Yeah. That's the thing I like. And the fact that this team has a whole group of ball hawkers. I mean, the guys swarm on the ball. They swarm on the tackles. You don't just see 1 or 2 guys in on a tackle. You see like 6 or 7 shirts, man. And we haven't seen that in a long, long time.
No, not since the late 90s with that.
Cortez Kennedy and that
Chad
whole
Brown,
gang of guys, man. I mean, those guys were ball hawkers. You had the guys in the background or in the backfield that were just phenomenal, and they were always going after the ball. And
Darrell Williams and Jay Bellamy.
Oh, man. Jay Bellamy. God, I miss that dude. He was fun.
Wee Willie Williams and Sean Springs. That was a great defensive backfield.
Sean Springs came back to raise the flag this year.
Which was nice.
I wonder if they're going to bring any of those guys back again. I mean, there's a lot of guys I still feel very deserving of the 12th man duty.
There's one guy I would love if we were to host the NFC Championship game that I would love to see raise that flag.
Sean Alexander?
No.
Oh, come on now.
Think Cuckoo could shoot. I am the walrus.
Holmgren?
Oh, yeah.
Wow, that would be interesting.
Pass the torch from one generation to the next. That's the way I look at it. Like,
that is
if we host a conference title game, I'd think Holmgren should be the one that does it.
Hey, I think we got a caller. We won't know his name because we can't put it up on the screen or anything. And Zan's the one-man show in there. But hey, Zan, let's put a caller on and see what happens. Let's try this. Caller, you there?
I'm here.
We got a voice. Who might this be?
You look down at your arms.
Look down at my arms. I got tattoos. I got tattoos.
Uh-huh.
What, am I supposed to give you a plug?
No.
You're already all over the screen.
I wanted to tell you, stop putting your hands all over my football.
This football?
Yeah, that would be the one.
It's not your football, though.
Sure it is. I was the first color.
It doesn't matter. That's not how we're giving it away, man.
Oh.
How are we going to give that away, by the way?
I'm still thinking about it. I'm thinking, maybe we do a charity raffle thing or a charity drawing or,
Put the names in the hat of all the callers.
Highest bidder.
That works.
I mean, Russell Wilson goes to Children's Hospital every Tuesday. What do we say? Highest bidder gets to, we donate that sucker to Russell's charity trips.
You can do that.
I kind of like that.
We could do that.
So what's happening out there, Rod? What's going on in your world? This is Mr. Rod Hart, the owner of Dermafix Tattoo Shop out there in beautiful Auburn, Washington.
We're just plugging away out here.
Any tattooing going on today?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Any famous people coming in today?
No.
Wow.
No. Not today.
I happened to be in there last week when a certain Mrs. Trufant came in and got a little nose piercing.
Really? This is true fun.
Yeah.
We're supposed to talk about that.
No, we're okay now. She told Marcus on Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she told Marcus I was there, so it was all good. I mean, we broke the news.
All right.
So who's getting what tattoo out there?
I don't know. Chantel's got some appointments here, and we're going to be doing those here. And Cody's got some piercings to do today, so.
Nice. You can't even hear anything, can you, Mark?
I can hear that.
Okay. You're listening that way?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm hearing.
I just wanted to tell you that these guys are just amazing, and they're going to take it all the way to the top.
I think Seattle's got the fever for the flavor of a Pringle.
I think I'm going to be seeing a lot of Super Bowl rings this off-season.
I'm hoping you're right, pal. It's like there's a lot of hype in the air right now. A lot of people really wanting good things for this team. This team deserves good things, especially with all the junk they've gone through. People calling us the Raiders, the Raiders of old. It's like, come on.
Hey, you know what? I'll take that any day. I'll take that any day.
I will too, but if Goodell wouldn't be focusing so much on making this league a bunch of penny wastes, so to speak.
Flag football.
It's terrible. He's really... What's that, Rod?
I just wanted to tell you, I want to interrupt you for 1 second and get off the sports thing completely. I just wanted to tell you that you are an amazing man, and the things you did this Christmas for those 29 families you should be voted Man of the Year, and you should be putting up the 12th man flag at the Super Bowl.
Well, I tell you, I wish I would get that honor, but you know what? There's a lot more people out there that do so many wonderful things, and me just getting to do my part, I'm blessed and I'm honored. I never expected us to have quite the year we did. We raised $13,250. We helped 29 families. It was really, really, really amazing. I mean, just to be able to be part of some special people's lives at Christmas time that otherwise wouldn't really have a Christmas. I'm I'm blessed. I mean, just to be in the big low position, and all the people that reached out and helped out. I mean, the donations that we got from so many people. I mean, you yourself, Rod, you know, a couple $100 worth of gift certificates. You know, just the outreach. It's amazing to be the guy that reaches out, and it's just amazing how many people reached back and said, "Here you go, dude." So I got to thank everybody out there.
It was a big honor for us to be able to do that every year for you.
Well, so appreciate it wholeheartedly.
And for the families.
Thank you.
I just wanted to. That was my purpose of the call, really. So I just wanted.
Sure, you want to try and bring tears out of the big guy, huh?
You are an amazing man, and
thank you,
we
Rob.
love you to death here. So
that means a whole lot, buddy. Thank you. I really, really appreciate it.
All right, buddy. We have a good show.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for the call, Rod.
Yeah.
That was Rod Hart from Dermafix Tattoo, trying to get some tears out of the big guy. So on that note, we're going to take a quick little break. We're going to show you a little bit of why we love Russell Wilson. So, Zan, if you would roll that footage of Mr. Russell Wilson, we'll be right back. This thing's sponsored by Bleachers Pub up in Greenwood. Go get a cold beer. Run it, Zan.
Russell Wilson. I don't want to hear about a quarterback's under 6 feet. That 5'11" face.
Put ourselves in a good position at the very end of the game, and we, like I said earlier, we just fell short.
The question is, how does the Seattle offense deal with the New England defense? It's opportunistic. Wilson, deep ball, some separation.
You just got to be able to weather the storm. There's going to be ups and downs throughout a game, and the great quarterbacks are the ones that can keep coming back, play after play, stay in the now. And no matter how well it's going or how poorly it's going, they stay focused on the now and they try to execute.
Wilson breaks a tackle. Russell Wilson with a tremendous individual effort for the first down.
The actions that he takes, people won't follow. When he says things, they want to listen. You have a guy that can make other people do things that they might not do on their own.
Patriots looking for a stop. Wilson, a fade round. Oh, it's up there. Caught by Edwards. Touchdown.
That quarterback has to bring the other two guys together and make them play better. And when the game's on the line, he has to be clutch and make great plays. He has to be able to pick those guys up.
Step and fire. Wilson, separation. Touchdown.
And there you have it. Woo! Monday night football on Sunday night? I just don't get that, you know? It's like my buddy was calling me and texting me during the game saying, dude, they're putting MNF on there. So I don't know if that was
Saturday
a glitch,
yeah.
you know,
yeah.
I mean, for Sunday night football, it's like MNF. Go figure. They had to make a change.
Christmas game, I guess. It was Christmas week. Everybody's all screwed up this time of year.
Oh, man. You know, we're talking about the rookies. And you think Bruce Irvin, you think Robert Turbin, you think Russell Wilson, Bobby Wagner, Jay Howard's made an impact. Jeremy Lane has made an impact.
Huge impact.
J.R. Sweezy, Greg Scruggs. I mean, these are all guys. I mean, Scruggs.
They're all contributing.
Do you feel Scruggs' numbers? I mean, just the help that he's made. Do you feel that he's one of those defensive ends that got overlooked for the Pro Bowl? I mean, Sherman not making the Pro Bowl.
Criminal. Really, it's criminal.
Beyond criminal. Do you think it has
Earl
something to do
Thomas
with...
not making the Pro Bowl. That's ridiculous, too.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he made it. Well,
Yeah, as an...
excuse me.
An alternate?
Yeah, an
or-
alternate, yeah. Then
But
you got, Browner. He didn't make
And
it
now
either.
I guess Max Unger is the starting center.
That's nice.
So it's really weird. Do you attribute the whole PED thing with Richard as being part of the reason that he didn't get picked to be part of that Pro Bowl?
They said it wasn't the case, but you know what they mean.
Do you think,
was
do you
the
think that
case.
he'll be put in now that it's over?
Probably picked as an alternate, but I don't see it because if we make a deep playoff run, there's no way he's going to appear in that game. So,
Well, which guys are?
there's gonna be a lot of Niners on that Pro Bowl
There's
team.
5 guys.
A lot of Packers too.
Oh, I love that. Oh boy, oh boy. Now wait a minute. The Packers, they're in. They're locked. But how far will they go?
Depends on when we play them. that's the way I'm looking at it. Depends on when we.
Can we beat
anytime,
them
any
there?
place, anywhere.
Can we beat them?
Oh
there?
yeah. Oh yeah.
That's
This team is
something that's been running
This
through
team
my
is
mind.
rolling right now. I don't see anything that's going to be able to stop this team right now. This team.
The momentum's incredible.
You know what it reminds me of? I've been waiting for this for years since Carroll came here. This is Carroll's USC team, literally, in the NFL. A team that could rip off like 10-game winning streaks and go all the way, or 11-game winning streaks, and just run the table. They are that kind of team. Reload, rebuild, keep the depth.
Yeah.
You were talking about Lane. Look at the depth he got when Browner was out.
Heck yeah.
I mean, look at the experience, the experience he got when Browner was out. I mean, that is something you cannot buy in the regular season. That's preseason experience. Basically, he's getting the regular season before the playoffs.
There's another guy that contributed very, very well.
Exactly.
You lose a guy like Brandon Browner, and then have the potential to lose a guy like Richard Sherman, and you're thinking, okay, Trufant's hurt, Thurman's hurt. Are these guys going to be the guys that come back in and play hurt or put the job on the line?
Exactly. That's what I mean about Carroll. Yeah. It's like plug and play. He has that's what he did at USC. It was like rebuild, reload. Basically, there's the next man up is a starter. The next man up is going to be a starter.
And I must say, Pete, I'm sorry because at first I was a little bitter because of the way you did things. I mean, the Darryl Tapp thing, the Babineau thing,
the Matt Hasselbeck thing.
Yeah, there were so many guys that I just cherished on this team, and I got so frustrated with him, especially the first thing him telling me was Darryl Tapp was going to be a huge part of the defense, blah, 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 and then Darryl called me a couple days later and saying, Big Lo, I'm out. What? It makes you wonder. How?
True.
Why? And then you see stuff like this. Pete has done an amazing, very amazing job. All the people that were calling for, I've never said fire Pete Carroll because I'm not that way.
Yeah.
I support whoever it is. Jim Mora. I still would have loved to see Jim get more of a chance. More of a chance? That's funny right there. But Pete came
playoffs.
And I gave Pete that chance. And I'm not going to let Pete go. This dude's amazing. Truly amazing.
My thing with Carroll is when he first came here, I was excited just because Jim Mora was gone. I'm not a Mora fan, first of all.
Oh, yeah.
I was excited about that, but then a couple weeks later, I was like, oh, great, we got Pete Carroll, the guy who got recycled by the Jets and Patriots, kind of thing. So I was like, I'll keep an open mind on this guy, and then I read his book, and it reads like some Tony Robbins self-help crap, and I'm just like, this is not going to work in the NFL. Rah, rah, rah. Sis boom bah.
Well, that's what the guys. The guys telling me. The guys are saying, Big Lo, this dude's a college coach, and so it's kind of hard to grasp onto the guy and say, okay, let's take him in. But I'm a supporter of whatever's on the team, whoever's on the team, whoever's running the team. You've got to support him no matter what. And it's one of those things where Pete is a college coach. But that's why I'm starting to just love the crap out of him because he's that guy that fires you up. He's me on the sideline. And it's just, I love doing what I do. I love sparking people and people wonder, dude, it's in the fourth quarter, we're up by 30 points and you're still smacking that stupid sign.
Exactly.
It's not a stupid sign. It's energized.
It's a good sign.
I broke it again.
You did?
Yeah.
You have it ready for Sunday?
I gotta do major malfunction or major
duct tape work,
something to this thing because it's like I got to use it on Sunday.
True.
Well, my buddy Norm Wold, he wants it for his man cave. I'm just like, dude, come on now. I've still got to use it a couple times.
Exactly. We need it a few more times this year.
But it sounds like we got another caller. Zan didn't text me to tell me. Oh, wait, Ryan on line 1. We got Ryan calling. Hopefully it's the Ryan I'm thinking of.
Is this the Ryan I'm thinking of?
We got a caller. Hello, let's talk.
Hey, Lo, it's Ryan Fouts from Vegas.
Hey, what's up, Vegas?
How you been, brother? Last time I saw you was at the Vikings game.
Last time I saw you, you had a needle in your arm.
That's it.
He's got a killer tattoo with a space needle, and the top of the needle's going right into his vein. It's like, damn,
Nice.
that's like putting Seattle into your system, man.
I bleed blue, brother.
Amen for that, buddy.
job,
Fouts,
bro.
what's happening? What's new with you?
Well, man, I'm just really excited about our team, and not just for this year, but for the future. I mean,
Oh,
we're
yeah.
the second youngest team in the league. Everyone loves each other. What I really want to make a run for this year is for Trufant.
Right.
You know, him and Hill were the last ones on our Black Sunday team on February 5th, 2006.
Very, very true.
And I'd like to win one for True.
That'd be nice.
And,
Would be.
you know, do you see those guys coming back next year, Hill and Trufant?
You know, it's hard to say yes, especially with the draft coming up this year. I think that Pete Carroll's one of those kind of guys that, who knows, maybe he'll go out on a limb and he'll take a Desmond Trufant just to see, you know, what he can bring in. And if you take a Desmond Trufant, then you want his big brother sticking around, maybe as a defensive backs coach or some kind of a cornerback coach or something to that effect. Marcus is a great team guy. He's one of those guys that you want on your team to help lead your team, to help fire up your team. Marcus is
Triple OG.
exactly. You know, he's one of those guys that you just got to kind of keep around in some way, shape, or form. And I want him here, but a lot of people are saying his age, his health, all the different things that have kind of made him non-player this year. We've got so much talent in that depth department that you can put pretty much anybody there that you want to put there.
Plug and play.
It's
I was also going to say, you know, we had a short window in 2005.
oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Seems
That,
like we're just kicked the door down this time, and we're going to be good for a long time to come.
right.
Exactly.
Well, we've got so much talent. I mean, he, at the linebacker position, guys that are sitting there waiting for their chance. It's really tough to say.
Malcolm's massive.
Yeah, I mean, Malcolm's amazing, and just to see a guy like Leroy Hill, that's one of those fluctuating guys. You can play him pretty much anywhere in the linebacker core, but is he going to be around next year? That's another question. You know, you don't want to ask Pete Carroll because he'll tell you yes, and then 2 weeks later he'll get, you know, see you later. I mean, I don't know which way to go with that one. I love Leroy. I would love to see Leroy staying on this team, but I see that youth, and like you said, the depth. The
Do you think when we're on a great team that players' individual stock rises, like if they make a Super Bowl or a World Series in baseball?
yeah,
That
definitely.
Other teams look at them in a higher light.
Oh, definitely. I mean, all of these guys will shine. There's guys on this team like Max Unger. I mean, you make a Super Bowl and you win that Super Bowl, immediately your offensive line is one of the best lines in the football. And, you know, it's the big wins like that, the big playoff wins, the wins this year against Green Bay, New England, Minnesota, Dallas, Chicago. I mean, we've beat teams that we're not supposed to beat. Yes, we've lost to teams that we weren't supposed to lose to, but
it happens.
the last 3 weeks we've lambasted teams, and that's what this team is becoming. It's becoming a team that will put up the numbers, will put up the aggression, and show teams that, hey, we're a force to be reckoned with. And that's what I love so much about Pete, is the fact that he's fired these guys up, and he's got them playing tough. So
The thing that you always got to say, though, is a Super Bowl championship is going to add at least $500,000 to every contract on the team. You are going to lose some of these guys eventually just because it will happen. But like I said, plug and play, next man up. You've got depth on this team that you could make a run and pretty much keep the core together. You'll lose parts, but the sum of the parts is better than
with
the
some
whole.
of these guys. I see these guys taking that hit and saying, you know what? I would rather be part of something this special
Exactly.
for a few years. Remember the New England team of old? You know, those guys, they weren't taking the big, huge contracts. They weren't taking the big, huge salaries, and they stuck that team together for years.
And that's the
And free
similarities I see.
agents were dying to come there.
Yeah, very, very true. And,
that-
that's just it. We got guys that would die to come here.
That's what I
I know
see
with the
in this
VMAC
team.
and the way we are and the passion fashion that the 12-man.
Oh, boy. Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's lots of guys out there right now that are in contract years that are salivating thinking, wow, maybe I can go to Seattle.
Exactly.
I like that.
With New England, you've got, you've got a team
like.
like.
Two more things I just want to say.
What's that, bud?
Tom Cable doesn't get enough credit.
No, he doesn't.
True.
Job he's done. He's
True.
fantastic.
But see, at the beginning of the
And,
year,
the
everybody was
rollouts
praising
we've had
him.
over the last
Everybody was praising Tom at the
3 weeks,
beginning
we
of the
haven't
year.
had one pass interference call. You notice that?
Yeah, you got to like that, man. That's a beautiful thing on this team, you know. We aren't getting these big, huge penalties. Yeah, Breno Giacomini is getting those.
Yeah. It happens. It happens.
I like Breno, though. He's one
He
of
is a
those
good ball
fired-up
player.
guys that Pete's just got.
He doesn't
the fire
turn it off.
underneath.
That's a good thing.
Right. So it's
I almost
beautiful.
think after last week we should have a timeout counter and a delay of game counter to go along with the false start counter.
Well, submit it to the Seahawks, man. I think you're due for something like that, pal.
All right, I'll let you guys go. Great show, Big Low, and go Hawks.
I appreciate
Thanks,
the
guys.
call, man. Thanks for calling in. Keep doing it, man.
I will. You too.
All right, boy.
He brought up New England, and there's one thing about the Patriot comparison. This team is a lot like that team. It's like I said, plug and play, plug and play.
Yeah.
You can keep plugging guys in. Next man up can replace your guy you lose to free agency. Look, they lost Deion Branch. Did they? I mean, was it hard replacing Deion Branch? They went what 18-0 after he left. It's.
Poor Deion,
Yeah.
man. He never gets any love.
We don't give him the love. Yeah, we do. We like Deion. I miss Deion. He was
I
a good
do
ball
too, man.
player.
He was fun. He was a fun guy to hang out with.
He had a tough time here. It was injuries. That's what
Right.
it was about.
Yeah,
He
that's
did
true.
not play bad when he was out there.
I think one of the biggest problems for Deion was he couldn't see over the line.
Those short players aren't very good. They can't make it in the NFL.
Oh, man, I love all the talk. It's a beautiful thing. So we got one more caller we'll take before the break. Stacy, on line 1. What's happening?
Hey, Big Low, how are you?
I'm better than some, worse than others. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, doing good. I just called. Rod already talked. I wanted to call and give you a huge shout-out, Low, for everything you've done for these families.
Thank you so much. You guys are going to
You
draw
are
tears out of me
one
yet today, aren't you?
amazing person.
Golf club.
You are, Lo. You deserve it. You know, you deserve that shout out. You're just amazing what you do and put yourself through for those families.
Well, I still got one family yet to deliver to because I got some toys for you, don't I?
Oh, you're so sweet, Lo.
Hey, that's my buddy. I got to make sure Hunter's got some cool stuff. And
Nice,
Jordan,
nice.
Jordan's got to have those growing
give that
things.
shout to you because it is. It's amazing what you do every year. I was fortunate enough to ride around with you last year and deliver to a family and see you bring light to their faces, and it's awesome, Lo.
Thank you so much, Stacy. You do your part, and that's the thing about it. I mean, I'm not the only one out here doing it. There's people like you, Stacy, that you collected all those blankets and coats and the warm clothes for the homeless people downtown, and you went down and delivered them, and it's things like that. I wish I had more time in my life at that point that I could go with you and do what you do, because that's what it's about. It's the holiday season, and we're supposed to give. We're supposed to show the love. I mean, we're all equal. We're all the same. Everybody's like, what makes you Seattle's biggest sports fan? I'm not the only biggest sports fan. We're all Seattle's biggest sports fan, and that's what it's about. We're all after the same thing.
Exactly.
We need to learn to love one another. Nobody's better than the other guy. We're all equal, so.
That's right, Lo. That's right. Two more things. One, so when we go to the Super Bowl,
I like
who
that.
would you like to see us play?
It's tough to say. I really like the Broncos thing. I'm really into the Broncos and playing Peyton Manning and just seeing a guy of that caliber. The things that he's done for that team. Nobody dreamed at the beginning of the year that this was a Super Bowl caliber team. And now everybody's on the Broncos bandwagon again. It's like the whole Tebow thing when Tebow was playing with them. Everybody believed in Tebow. Oh, and that's a team that I would love to see. But I'd also like to go with round 2 of You Mad, Bro.
Oh, I want
That's
New England
right.
so
Well,
bad.
I got 2 little ones in here that want to give you a shout out. So hold on.
Okie doke.
Hi, Big Low.
What's up, guys?
That's Jordan and Taylor giving you a shout out.
Right
Hi,
on.
Big Low.
Oh, Jordan and Taylor. I love kids, man. Kids are
Kids
awesome.
are awesome. They're the best.
Well, Stacy,
They are. Well,
I'm looking
you
forward
have a
to.
great night, and I just had to call in and give you big love.
Appreciate it so much, my dear. Thank you very, very much. You and Rod have a way to make my day.
Oh, well, you have a great evening, Lo, and
Will do.
we'll chat at you soon.
All right. Thank you so much. Thanks for the call.
All right, bye.
Have
Thanks,
a good one.
Stacey.
Well, on that note, guess it's time to take another real quick break.
Another
because,
commercial.
you know,
Gotta pay the sponsors.
heart's kind of pounding right now, and
Pay the bills.
the love is wonderful. So this little break is brought to you by my favorite family out there at Dermafex Tattoo. You think them, they'll ink them. I tell you, they're dang good at it. So, Zan, let's roll that second one. Let's talk about the Sports Star of the Year Awards and a big event coming up for Seattle. Y'all check this out. We'll be right back.
Get vidden, people.
The Seattle Sports Commission brings you the Northwest premier celebration of Washington sports.
All hail the king. That was an amazing run.
Oswald, if you bite my head off, you'll have more brains in your stomach than you ever had in your head.
Somebody please bring back the Sonics.
Go Dogs. Go Cougs.
You make up a great city.
Star Academy Awards here in Seattle. Woo!
MTR Western Sports Star of the Year. SeattleSports.org for tickets.
So, that was short and sweet. That's the way we like them. Quick little burst of energy for you there. If you're not planning on going to the Sports Star of the Year Awards, you're crazy. That is one of the... Have you ever been?
I haven't. I would love to go, though, one day.
Dude.
I will one day.
You have to go. I mean, you got to take time away from that little baby. I know.
Yeah.
And the
That's
wifey's
the hard
not
part.
going to let it happen, but, you know, you got to just twist the arm and say, hey, baby, here's some flowers. Can I go?
Exactly. Hey.
That's how it works, man.
Or else I got to drag her along, which we can't have. We got to have it.
Get a sitter.
That's true.
Sitter.
That's true.
Grandma.
Grandma time.
There we go.
Hey, but then I'd have to, like, be avoiding all the superstars and talking to the wife. You can't have that, man. You gotta be able to
Wow.
branch out and enjoy.
Thank
She's
God
not watching.
I'm single, because I
Thank
don't
God.
have to deal with that.
She's not watching right now. I hope. I hope.
Is she watching?
I think she's at work right now, so.
Well, you better
hopefully.
hope so, man.
Hopefully they're not
You're gonna be
busy
in
today.
trouble.
If they're busy today, I'm in trouble. If
Oh.
they're not busy, excuse me, then she's going to be watching right now, so I'm in trouble now. I'm
You know,
thinking about
it's hard to break away from the Seahawks talk. I mean, this is such an exciting team.
Mm-hmm.
It's such an exciting year, and to be able to be part of something special. I mean, there's a lot of people that still aren't convinced that we're at that level, and some of them, they have a right to think that because they're the bandwagoners.
True.
But I've never ever seen. Oh, we got a caller on line. Julie on line 1.
Uh-oh.
He says it's a joke.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Had to have a little fun with Mr. Miller here, and bear with us on that. But gosh, you look at all the different things that have happened this year with this team. We've gone through the highs and the lows and wonder, can we break that echelon? Can we keep this bandwagon just loaded and keep loading it, so to speak? Because there's still the people that are in doubt.
Cynics. It's Seattle, man.
Still
We're
don't
so
think
used to
that
this.
Russell
in
Wilson
this town.
is the truth. How they can judge Russell like that is just beyond me. I mean, just in the last 3 weeks alone, you know, looking
Since week 6, he is the top-rated QBR quarterback in the National Football League, ahead of Peyton Manning.
And is this a kid that's worthy of Rookie of the Year?
I would give it to Russell Wilson 100
Not
times
just
out of 100.
because you're a Seahawks fan.
100 times out of 100 any other year. This year, I have to say Andrew Luck gets it for one reason. What they've gone through off the field in Indianapolis. I mean, this team picked first last year because
Right.
they had the worst record in the league. They didn't trade up for that pick. They've gone to 10 wins. They're going to the playoffs.
Yes.
They've done that in spite of a coaching change in January and then another coaching change in week 3, basically using an interim
and
coach.
losing a certain somebody, you know, field
Yes.
general. I mean,
Yeah.
this is your field general, and you're pushing him off somewhere else.
Exactly.
See you later. Can we have some, please? And boom.
I would, if I had a vote, I would vote Andrew Luck Rookie of the Year. And
You know, I don't like you right now.
I hate saying that. I think Russell Wilson, like I said, any other year Russell Wilson would win it in my mind, 100% vote.
Okay, now, look at this scenario here. We go to the playoffs. We win our way through. We make the Super Bowl. We win that Super Bowl. Are you kicking yourself in the butt for not voting for Russell Wilson?
It's a regular season award. You can't.
Right?
I can't like put. He can win Super Bowl MVP. I'd rather have him win Super Bowl MVP than Rookie of the Year.
What if? I mean, I'd be that guy thinking, wow, why did I vote for Andrew Luck? I mean, they didn't even make it past the first round.
Like I said, I would agree with you any other year, but what they've done, I would give Bruce Arians
Let's say this isn't any other year. Let's say this is the year. This is the year of the 12. 2012.
Give him the award if you don't give it to Luck. That's all I can say. Like I said, I would give Arians Arians, to me, is coach of the year, even though he's an interim coach.
Right.
And that guy should get serious head coaching looks next year by a lot of other teams, just from what he has done. He has continued what they've done in Indianapolis. I love Russell Wilson, but I'm not an Andrew Luck fan. I am not an Andrew Luck fan. I'm just saying what they've done this year in Indy has impressed the hell out of me. I did not think that team. They basically gutted that roster and franchise in the last year and a half, and they're impressive. That impresses the hell out of me. Can't put it any other way.
I like that. Impresses the hell out of them.
Hey,
so you don't get a vote.
I don't get a vote this year.
Oh man! Now here's another one for you. Can the Arizona Cardinals go into San Francisco this weekend?
Oh, Brian Hoyer.
And beat them.
Oh, help me,
I mean, they
Brian
just
Hoyer.
bring in a quarterback. Yeah, dude, we're going to sign you. We're going to let you start. You want a job next year? Win this game.
I don't even know what to say. Help me, Brian Hoyer. You're my only hope.
I like that.
That's all I can say about Brian Hoyer.
Brian Juan Kenobi?
Yeah, well, that works. Obi-Wan Hoyer.
Oh, man.
I hope they can win. I think there's a chance. There's a
lot of injuries on that San Francisco team right now.
There's a chance.
Cam Chancellor hurt the heck out of Vernon Davis. I mean, the guy's playing with birds flying around his forehead.
Manningham's out.
So is, Smith.
Smith is out.
Now they're saying he's got some kind of real bad problem.
It could be the perfect storm.
This is doable.
It's possible. I mean, it could be the perfect. The Cardinals did it a few years ago. Remember when they knocked the Vikings out on the last day of the season on that touchdown by it was a pool from McCown, the great Luke McCown or Josh McCown, one of the McCowns. They both sucked.
Well, look what they did to us last year.
Yeah,
Cardinals
exactly.
Came in, we went down there and they just come on the field and boom, they just played us like champs and we were playing good ball.
They did not quit last week. I was watching a lot of their game against the Bears. I mean, that was just stupid quarterbacking by Lindley and Skelton.
Right.
That was what cost them that game. It was not.
Well, Skelton doesn't have the guts.
They both are garbage. I cannot believe a team can go through that many quarterbacks and not find one. I mean, you'd think you'd hit 1 out of 4 would be okay, even mediocre. At least you could. You and I could probably find a guy off the street and probably make him a better quarterback than the Cardinals can. That's why Wisenhunt's job is in deep jeopardy, and they have to win that game.
Yeah,
that's the other part of the perfect storm I'm looking at. They need this win to keep his job. If they want him there, they have to win.
Do our guys get up enough for this game? I mean, they're playing the lowly St. Louis Rams. I mean, the lowly St. Louis Rams that have been kicking people's butts.
Jeff Fisher's turned that team around. I mean,
sure has.
This division is
we're not the NFC worst anymore.
Yeah, it's completely flip-flop. This is the best division in football.
We're definitely not the NFC worst. I mean, that's what we've been tainted as the last 5, 6, 7 years.
And that was the knock in our Super Bowl season that we won a weak division and coasted. This division is getting better. Bradford's Bradford. He's getting there. Fisher's a great coach. That's the one guy I really did not want to see in this division last year when they were looking for a coach. I was like, anybody but Fisher, but Fisher, and he had to go St. Louis.
Of course. It's going to be interesting the next couple of years to see what the NFC West has. I mean, there's a lot of talent in this division. So
hey, we all hate each other, but we can all agree on one thing together. We all hate Jim Harbitch.
Ooh,
did I just
say that?
I think I did.
Sorry, kids. Mark slipped.
We
So
love
we
you,
got a
Jim.
caller.
Not really.
We got a neat little caller on line 1. We got Sean from Walla Walla, Washington. The name's so nice, they said it twice. Sean, what's going on out there, buddy?
Big Lo, how are you?
Oh, you know me, I'm great, man. I put the fan in fantastic.
You're
What?
you and me both, buddy. You and me both.
Oh man, what a week, huh?
Oh, it's been like living on cloud 9 these last 3 weeks.
Well, I mean, shoot, you know, just this last few days alone, 2 things rolling the Seahawks' way. We get that big win against the 49ers, and then, boom, Richard Sherman. Holy smokes.
But yeah, it just keeps unraveling. It's been quite the ride, and hopefully it's not even close to being over with yet.
Oh man, heck no, man. We got these guys are jacked. They've got momentum with them. It's looking solid. As long as they get up for this game on Sunday, that's the one thing that sometimes worries me is you go into a game like this thinking, man, these guys, blah blah blah, and you just don't. I mean, it was like the Dolphins game. It just didn't seem like the guys got up for it, but you know, we saw the result of that. So
that might have been the greatest game of the season in disguise.
Oh yeah.
It might have been the one that basically put focus
the shaker
into
and
the
waker.
Yeah. Yep, exactly, the wake-up game.
So what's happening, buddy? What's on your mind?
I just want to compliment the 12th man on what they did Sunday night on NBC national television, and they just put on a show for the nation to see. I mean, I'm sure the television side didn't do damage of how loud it was, but the way that NBC did it on television made it look pretty loud. But I'm sure it didn't even do justice to what it was at CenturyLink.
I've not heard that field rock like that in a long, long time, and I don't even know. Being part of that NFC Championship game, there was just such a difference in crowds. There was so much red in the crowd on Sunday. I mean, I really was kind of skeptical of how we were going to overcome their fans, because there was a lot of red in that. It
looked like it, yeah.
Base. It was just holy smokes. I wouldn't say it was where I thought it was going to be last week, because last week I honestly thought it was going to be like a 60-40 split, maybe 60 or 70-30, but there was probably 20%, 25% 49er fans there.
At least it wasn't like it was that one year with
Boy, did
Steeler
they go
fans.
away ticked off.
Oh, it's nice to have them do the walk of shame.
Oh,
Nothing
boy.
like that.
So you coming over for the game this weekend, Sean?
No, I'll be watching on TV.
Man, you haven't made a game this year. What's up with that?
I'm busy, Big Lo. I got to take care of stuff on this side of the
Oh,
state.
that's right. You are the East Side's biggest sports fan.
That's right.
That's right. Got to keep it down over there.
We got a lot of weight on this table on the show right now.
Anything else on your mind?
I got lots of stuff on my mind. Hold on.
That's good.
Who are we going? Okay, this Thursday night.
This Thursday night?
The Cowboys or the Redskins?
Tonight?
No, this Sunday night.
Oh, Sunday night? Cowboys or Redskins?
Because the Seahawks are going to most likely the Seahawks are going to play the winner of that game.
Can we have a tie?
I'll take Dallas. I'll take Dallas any day for one reason.
Because if 49ers are going to beat Arizona, and so Seattle will play at the NFC East winning game.
I'd rather have Dallas any day because we know what Romo can do in the playoffs. We've never seen what Robert Griffin III can do in a playoff game. You know, we've got papers and we got videos on Mr. Romo in postseason football, and we know what he does there. We don't know what's going to happen with RG3.
I'd rather play the game at Dallas Stadium instead of FedEx Field, because FedEx Field is going to be a rocking place, and I think Jerry World, there's no home field advantage.
See, the thing is playing in Washington. I mean, that Dallas fans are not very loud. They are not very enthusiastic. I mean, that's a bandwagon team.
It takes a big, huge game to get them up.
They could put 100,000 in that building. It's still not going to be half as loud as it will be in D.C. for a Redskin game because those people are crazy.
Jerry Vision.
Exactly. They're sitting there like they're on I'm on the couch watching the TV.
I mean, it's hard to not watch that screen. I mean, that thing is just hurting.
It's humongous.
It's unbelievably big, and it's just hard to kind of not pay attention to it instead of the fan or what's going on the field. So
we've beaten Dallas. We know them. We know what they do. I mean, we don't have a clue with Washington. I think we could beat, like I said, we could beat any team, anywhere, anytime, any place. But I don't want any problems. I don't want a hard game in the first round. If we have to play a first round game on the road, I would like that to be a game where you know what you got, you can do it. You get that monkey off your back, you throw it down, you step on it. You know, you got the road monkey off your back in that game. You know, I don't want to go to Washington and see an RG3 like go for 250 yards passing and 100 yards rushing. You don't know what'll happen in that game. You don't know how the Redskins fans are going to react hosting a playoff game for the first time in how long? You know, since
exactly. Yeah, FedEx Field's going to be rocking that.
90s, yeah.
Next Sunday.
Well, we'll see how it plays out this weekend, pal. That's all I got to say.
Go Hawks.
Wait, buddy.
I know the Hawks are going to do well.
For you on Sunday.
All right, buddy. You take care, man. Thanks for the call, Sean.
Thanks for the call.
You too, buddy. See you, buddy.
East Side. My buddy Sean McKillop. We call him the East Side's biggest sports fan.
The East Side Big Low.
He's big over there in Walla Walla. I mean, he goes to all the minor games that they've got over there because they don't have them big pro teams. But you know, if he did, I guarantee
he'd be there.
He'd be just like this dude that I know in Seattle. So.
Hey, Jacksonville got an NFL franchise. Why not Walla Walla, right?
Amen. No kidding. I think they deserve it over there.
Hey, yeah.
Call them the Walla Walla Onions?
The
Or the Walla Walla Sweets. We got a
video
to run real quick before I do the thank yous. Zan, can you roll that neat little clip? This is a video asking you to do a little something special for the Seattle Sports Commission. So you got to get on board if you want to win this. And it's possible that you could win. Roll it, Zan. Oh, hey, sports fans. Seattle's biggest sports fan, Big Low here, for the Seattle Sports Commission. They asked me to do a little video to get you, and you to make a little demonstration video of what makes you one of the best sports fans in the region. We've got a lot of really cool sports fans out there, and me being one of them, I kind of think that this is a great idea. It's for the Sports Star of the Year Awards, coming up here real soon. So, make sure you put together a 15 to 30-second video and let them know what makes you one of the biggest fans. I'll show you why I am.
I was born Seattle sports fan.
Man right here, #1 fan.
You know what time it is, Seattle? It's game time! Come on!
Hey, who's the biggest sports fan in Seattle?
Big Low.
With Big Low. Big Low.
Big Low.
Big Low.
Big Low. With Big Low. With Big Low.
Big Low.
Big Low.
Big Low.
Big Low.
Big Low.
Big Low. Big Low.
Big Low.
Big Low.
Big Low.
Got it. Peace.
That was a fun video to put together. So, if you're one of those people that knows inside that you're one of the biggest fans in our region, you got to put a video together. Who knows? Maybe you'll be sitting VIP next to a bunch of celebs down there at the Sports Star of the Year Award. But if you're not, and you don't put a video together, you got to at least go. Seattle Sports Commission puts a heck of a show on every year. And last year, man, we had a blast. Unfortunately, this year, my sidekick that's been like the tradition for the last few years, my buddy Dan Kirk, he can't go because he made arrangements for some other trip. Dan, what were you thinking? Oh, my goodness gracious. Well, we didn't get to talk about Raul Ibanez. We didn't get to talk about the Mariners. But I think Jack Z is going to make some good moves. He's done a couple things that have made people start to think, maybe, just maybe. Is he wetting our whistle a little bit? Who knows?
We got a lot of springtime to talk baseball.
We sure do,
It's football
buddy.
time right now.
So, on that note, I'm going to say a few thank yous to these wonderful people that make me possible and make ASI Global one of the coolest places to be at, let alone do videos with. So, thanks to Shane at Bleachers Pub up in Greenwood. Got to thank him because I love him. Thanks to all the callers that called in. Appreciate your time. Christian and Noah out there at Jacknut Apparel. Those guys rock. He's coming up with a new WrestleMania shirt that's like going to be cool. There's about 15 WrestleMania shirts, I think. Rick Burgess at Coastline Science. Charlie and Alex at Shocking Goat. These guys are awesome. Shocking Goat. Why? Because a peeing camel just isn't that attractive. Les Schwab and Edgewood, those guys helped out with some cool prizes this year for the old Santa's Biggest Helper. Ty at Homer's Apparel. LaCosta and Berrien. Jeremy Bryant, Rain City Catering. Geeks Riot Apparel. Chris Napper, what's up, little buddy? Rod, Scotty, Cody, and Chantel at Dermafex Tattoo in Auburn. Zan running the show by himself. I love you, man. Woo! This is Big Low. We'll see you next year. And I'm reminding you, and you, to have a sports fantastic day. Mark, say goodbye.
Happy New Year, everybody.